Hello everyone, welcome to InterSpeech 2021. Today I am going to explain our paper using large self-supervised models for low resource speech recognition. The overview is as follows. First we'll see the introduction of the paper, then we'll see the methodology, then we'll see the dataset, and finally we'll see some experiments and results. In this paper, we investigate large self-supervised pre-trained models for low resource speech recognition tasks. Specifically, we are interested in Indian languages, Telugu, Tamil, and Gujarati. We examine both monolingual pre-trained models and multilingual pre-trained models. We'll understand what is the meaning of monolingual and multilingual pre-trained models in the coming slides. We show that using multilingual self-supervised pre-trained models, we can achieve better performance compared to previous supervised approaches such as transformers and conformers. We also show that using only 25% of the training data, you can achieve competitive WER compared to the previous best methods. At the end, we'll see monolingual adaptation versus multilingual adaptation. The methodology is divided into two sections. First, we'll understand the pre-training stage, then we'll look at the adaptation stage or fine-tuning stage. All our pre-trained models are obtained from FAIR-seq library, a very well-known library for both NLP and speech tasks. And each pre-trained model uses an architecture called Wave2Vec 2.0 described in these two papers. And the architecture looks like this. It has three main blocks. One is called feature encoder, which is shown in blue here. Then we have context network. Then we have quantization block. The feature encoder takes 1D raw audio waveform as input and applies sequence of one-dimensional convolution layers and obtains the latent representation Z. So the output of feature encoder is the latent representation Z, which is a sequence of feature vectors, and each feature vector could be of dimension 512, for example. The latent representations are masked using masking technique, and they are fed as an input to the context network, which is a multiple layers of multi-head self-attention layers, which is a transformer, and the output of context network is called contextual representation C. We also use Z, which is the latent representation, and quantize them using product quantization to obtain the quantized representation Q, and they are used as the target while computing the loss. For training the network, we use loss function called contrastive loss in addition to the diversity loss. The contrastive loss is shown in this equation here. Similarity here basically is a cosine similarity between CT and QT, and the job is to distinguish the correct target with a set of distractors, and set of distractors are these capital QT here, and that is the contrastive loss. And for the diversity loss, they use average entropy, and G here is the number of group, and V is the number of codebook entries in each group. And as you know, entropy equation P log 1 over P, and if you take minus cancel, so you have P log P, and this is the sum. As I said, G is the group and V is the number of codebook entry. P here is basically the probability of selecting a particular group and a particular codebook vector V, and this is the equation for that. And NV here is the Gumbel noise, and they use a Gumbel trick to train the model end to end. And more detail, you can refer to this paper, Wave2Vec paper. We use three main pre-trained models. One is called Wave2Vec 2.0 base, which is trained on LibriSpeech 1000 hours of audio data, and all the audios are English language. Then there is Wave2Vec 2.0 large, which is trained on LibriVox data, which is again English, and it has 50,000. It uses 50,000 hours of audio data. And we have multilingual model, which is called XLSR, uses data from three different sources: MLS, Common Voice, and Babel, and it uses about 53,000 hours of multilingual audio data for training. Coming to the adaptation or fine-tuning stage, we use two different frameworks. One is called CTC framework, another one is called sequential sequence framework, as you can see here. In case of CTC framework, we just attach a projection layer on top of the context network and use CTC loss to train the model end to end, just like deep speech And in case of sequence to sequence, we attach a transformer decoder, and you can assume this as the encoder and this is the decoder, so it looks like a sequence to sequence model, and use a cross control loss to train the model end to end. During training, we initially freeze we freeze the entire wave-to-wake model for up to 10,000 iteration. Only train the projection layer for up to 10,000 iteration, and then we then start releasing the gradients into context network. But the feature encoder is frozen for the entire duration for the whole training. And same thing happens in case of sequence to sequence framework as well. Monolingual adaptation versus multilingual adaptation. In case of monolingual adaptation, we use only one language, and the vocabulary in case of monolingual adaptation, the vocabulary will be only from one particular language. For example, in Telugu we have 57 characters, and the vocabulary will be only 57 characters. In case of multilingual adaptation, we mix all the languages, meaning we combine the vocabulary from each language, and the final vocabulary will be sum of number of characters from each language or number of graphemes from each language. Along with that, we add the language tags at the start of each sentence. So the vocabulary will be L1 plus L2 plus L3 plus 3. So L1 is the number of graphemes in language 1, let's say Telugu, Tamil and Gujarati, plus 3. So this is how the multilingual adaptation is done, and we'll see the results and what happens if you train in this way and so on in the coming slides. Coming to the data set, we used data set called Low Resource Speech Recognition Challenge on Indian languages, which was released in 2018. It has 3 languages, Telugu, Tamil and Gujarati, and each language has about 40 hours of audio data, 40 hours of training data, 5 hours of development and 5 hours of validation. Unfortunately, the validation set does not have the transcript, so we are using the 5 hours of development set as the test data, and for validation we use 3 hours of randomly selected audio files from the training data. So totally that means in the training we have that is 7 hours of training data and 3 hours of cross validation and 5 hours of testing data. And in case of Tamil, we have 48 characters graphemes. I mean, in Telugu we have 58 unique characters, and in Gujarati we have 63 character units. So coming to experimental setup, we have set up 5 different experiments here. One is to compare the different pre-trained models. Second one is to compare the supervised approaches with the self-supervised models, and we have experiments to see what is the effect of training data size on the performance, and we'll see the effect of multilingual adaptation with monolingual adaptation. Then finally we'll see how performance varies when we use CTC framework or when we use CTC framework or when we use sequence to sequence framework. Coming to the first comparison, where we compare the pre-trained models. As you can see here, wave-to-wake base, which is trained on 1000 hours of LibriSpeech audio data, and second one is wave-to-wake large, which is again trained on 50,000 hours of English audio data, LibriVox data. And XLSR is a multilingual model trained on 53,000 hours of multilingual audios from different languages, and even different domains. As you can see, XLSR plus CTC outperforms other 2 pre-trained models. Surprisingly, the base model actually works a little bit better than the large model for some reason, and when we add language model, the performance is even better, as you can see here. And for language model, we use a 3-gram language model for each language, trained separately, and we use KNLM toolkit to train the language models, and we use shallow fusion to fuse the language model to the acoustic model. In our case, the acoustic model is just a fine-tuned version of XLSR or wave-to-wake. Coming to the second table, we have supervised versus self-supervised models comparison. In case of supervised, we use three different models. One is the Bilestium multitask, which is explained in paper 3. You can refer to my paper and see what is the actual paper 3. And we have transformer multitask and we have conformer multitask. Conformer multitask is not there is no paper which gives results for conformer multitask, but I have a paper published in arXiv, and here you can refer to this paper here to see the results. So the self-supervised model results are shown here. We have to make 2.0 base plus CTC and XLSR plus CTC. As you can see, for both Gujarati and Tamil, the self-supervised approach gets better performance compared to the transformer and conformer, whereas in case of Telugu, conformer gets a little bit better accuracy or better WR compared to the self-supervised models. In order to understand the effect of training data on the performance, we divide each language, or we divide the data into 4 different parts in each language. So for example, in Gujarati, we divide that 40 hours of data into 3 different chunks, 4 different chunks: 10 hour, 20 hour, 30 hour and 40 hour approximately. And similarly for Tamil and even Telugu, we do the same thing. As you can see, if you use only 10 hours of audio data, we get about 40% WR. If you add another 10 hours of audio data, the WR reduces drastically, and adding again a 10 hour is not so effective, and again adding another 10 hour is again not so effective, as you can see. So if you observe these three here, these three lines, going from 10 hours to 20 hour is very effective, and after 20 hour it's not so effective, as you can see, which means that using only 25% of the training data, or only 50% of the training data, you can already achieve good performance. And we also see that Tamil is a scene language because Tamil language is used during pre-training. If you look at Babel has Tamil language, and Telugu and Gujarati are unseen, which means those languages are not seen during pre-training. Due to that reason, going from 20 hour to 30 hour, there is not at all huge difference. As you can see, 20 hour to 30 hour, 30 hour to 40 hour, there is not much difference because the language is seen, and the improvement is not so good. Whereas in case of Telugu and Tamil, the improvement is quite reasonable. Coming to monolingual versus multilingual adaptation, as you can see, we have 4 different experiments here. For monolingual adaptation, as I mentioned, we use monolingual or vocabulary from a single language, and we use XLSR with CTC framework for training, and we use both greedy and language model decoding. As you can see, the monolingual XLSR mono with CTC works better than XLSR multi with CTC. Multi here is again multilingual adaptation, where we combine the grapheme sequence from all the languages and add the language tags. As you can see here, if you compare these two rows, the XLSR mono works way better than multilingual approach or multilingual adaptation. Coming to the comparison between CTC framework and sequence framework, as in case of sequence framework, we use 2-layer transformer decoder, and in CTC we just use a single projection layer. And as you can see, XLSR with CTC works way better than XLSR with sequence both in and in similar same thing happens when we use wave-to-wave based pre-trained model, and even in that case the CTC frameworks works better than the sequence framework. This may be due to a large number of parameters in the decoder, because CTC uses a single projection layer, and sequence it has 2 transformers, 2 layer transformer decoder. Coming to the conclusion, we examine multiple self-supervised pre-trained models for speech recognition task for Indian languages, Telugu, Tamil and Gujarati, and understand their cross-lingual adaptation capability. As I mentioned, we use both English or monolingual model and multilingual pre-trained models, and observed that multilingual models works better than the monolingual pre-trained models, and we obtain better performance compared to supervised approaches. And we explore multiple adaptation strategy, which is using CTC decoder or CTC framework or sequence framework, and also looking at monolingual adaptation versus multilingual adaptations. And we show that the supervised approach works better than transformer based self-supervised approach works better than transformer based supervised approach. And we show that using only 50% of the training data, we can already achieve close to supervised models performance, which uses supervised models use full data, which is all the 40 hours for each language, whereas if you use the pre-trained models, XLSR pre-trained models, and we only use the 50% of the whole training data, we can already beat the supervised approach. And at the end, I want to thank Facebook AI Research for open sourcing all their models and codes for the public. It's a great help for all the researchers out there. And at the end, I want to thank my co-authors Pinny Wang and Bruno Baza, and also I would like to thank Freshworks for funding this work. And thank you guys for listening.